I heartily welcome our resource person, Mr. Sandeep Borgaonkar, who having 10 years experience in Pimpri Chinchwad College of Engineering and Research. He worked in the field of star formation from 2010 in Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, Mumbai. He registered his doctorate in Pune University. He worked in many projects and he done many publications. Today, we are going to see again the hands-on session of Latex. Over to you, sir.
Okay, so, okay, thank you very much. Again, thank you for this opportunity. Let us start. Let me just share the screen. So someone has raised the hand just a moment ago. Any doubt? Okay. So let me. So is everyone able to see the screen? Yes. Are you able to see my screen? I am not able to see the window. Is someone saying yes or no?
Sir, it is visible, sir.
Just a minute, because, okay. I will keep the chat window here. Yeah. And yeah, so this is Overleaf. So what we will do is first, just open your Overleaf accounts so that we can start. You can simultaneously do it. In between, I will be giving you 30 seconds or 1 minute so that you can also open it. And maybe if you can respond, it will be nice. And you can also unmute. I don't know whether that is provided to you. So let us quickly revise. I think some of you have joined today itself. Okay, so there is, okay. So, hello. Yeah, someone has unmuted them. Yeah.
Sorry for the disturbance. We are muting, sorry.
Yes. Okay, sure. I'll wait. Oh, anyway, I will continue. So LaTeX is a document preparation format. Now, quickly on Overleaf, you can see on the left-hand side, there is something which you type. I am typing here something like this. And on the right-hand side, you can see a PDF file. There is this option of download PDF. So it means that this, you type something and you get a PDF file. So that is basically the idea of LaTeX. Now, exactly opposite is your Word or your other document formats. So suppose, let me make this sample Word file here. I am making this sample, just a minute. Yeah. Sample. So this is our Word file. Here, actually, you type here something like this. I am discussing LaTeX or Word. Yes. So that is what I see here. That is not the case with LaTeX. Now, yesterday, I think Musrif sir had discussed that there are many softwares, and be assured that whatever your system, be it Mac OS, be it Windows, be it your Linux, you can always get a LaTeX software. You can install it. You can type in some editor, and then you can get a PDF file. The process and sequence all was discussed yesterday. I will not go into that in detail. But in short, you have to type, you have to run some commands, and then you get a PDF file. That is the idea of LaTeX. All this, to download a software and all this process is made easy by this Overleaf. In fact, I also did not know about this Overleaf. I normally run on my own software, which I have installed. So this Overleaf is, you open a Overleaf account. If anyone has not done it, you can just do it in 2-3 minutes while I am discussing. You can just let me log out so that you can see the screen. So I am logging out here. You can just Google Overleaf. You get this result. Here login is there, register is there. So you can just click on Overleaf, the online LaTeX editor. Here there is this option of register. Okay, so you can write your email. You can choose your password, register using email. So whatever email you give, you will get a confirmation mail. Click that mail and then you will generate your account. Once you generate your account, you log in here. Okay, I am logging with my email ID. Why is it taking time? Let us wait. There is some problem with this. We'll just wait 1 minute. Huh? I don't know why it is not logging in. Let me just reload this. My mail ID. Login with your email. I say don't save. Yeah. Okay. Then you can do a new project. Maybe there already will be a project already there, but you can click this new project. You will get a project. You will get a list like this. And then you click on some project. Okay. So here I have made this demonstration math project. And on the left hand side, you will already get a text file. Okay. So what is a text file? A file where you store all your code or your details, how to make a document. That file normally is saved as a .tex file, TEX. So it is TEX, but it is pronounced as text. So text file. So now I think if you have understood, we have to make a document. Okay. Now I'm going to make a document here. And here you see in the beginning itself, let me type it with you. You can also type along with me. Okay. Slash, so I'm making a document right in the beginning. Document. So as I'm typing this, yes, anyone wants to say something? Your hello. Yeah. So I guess by mistake this is unmute. Okay. So if I type this slash document class, I hope everyone is able to hear me. Huh? Type this document class. So this is autocomplete. So let us press enter and see what you get. So you get an autocomplete option. So forget the square bracket. We will not talk about the square bracket right now. Talk about the curly bracket or the curly braces. And let us type something which I am calling an article. Okay, we will talk about this afterwards. Now, this particular second command which is there, this is basically what people call preamble. So right now, let me disable this. I do not require it. How to comment in LaTeX? Write a %mark and whatever you write after that will be a comment. So it will not be considered in compiling the code. So document class square bracket I have left out and I am writing article. So how to make this document? Right now you don't see anything on the right hand side. Okay. So let me type here backslash. So all the commands in LaTeX are starting from backslash. Now I have to tell that my document is beginning somewhere and it is ending somewhere. So I'm going to type begin. So as I type begin, I already see a lot of options here. Okay. So let me press this first option, empty braces. Okay. I have pressed this and I will type here document. So it is already giving me an option document. In front of the document, you see that ENV. So that is a word for environment. Okay. So in LaTeX, you have environments, document environment, table environment, figure environment, mathematics environment. So in that manner, there is environment. So the autocomplete option is there. I will enter it here. And I'm supposed to type everything. Begin document. Then I have to type the end document. But you can see because this Overleaf is now an advanced editor, what it does it gives me an autocomplete option. So I have typed this begin document and end document. And then it is good practice to, like in code, you do that. You leave a space. You don't, when you start a new level, you start it to one space to the right hand side. And now let me type, hi, this is my first LaTeX document. Okay, full stop. Okay. Now, normally, if you would be using a software or something like that, you will be compiling it in a code and editor. So here there is this recompile option. If instead of recompile option, I can also say Control S. If you do Control S in your computer to auto save, it will recompile something like this. So do you get it? Hi, this is my first LaTeX document. Okay. So this is how you type your documents in LaTeX. Now, naturally, you will want that your document should have a title. Now, normally, suppose there is a word, what you will do here, there is a, so today's topic is, so suppose there is a title which I want to do. So what I will do, I will go here, I will say center. Then I will say, maybe I want a different font or something like that. Then I will say, I want a font size 18, 16, 14. I will keep on choosing, correct? 18. Then I will say, I want it bold face. Okay. Then I will say, maybe I want it underline. So I will keep on formatting and spending my energy in that. Now in LaTeX, what you will do is, you will simply tell the document that this is the title. How to tell the document this is the title? So let me write it here. Okay. Slash title. Okay. So if you see, already this autocomplete option is there, slash title. And now let me give a title, demonstration. Okay. Now this is the title which LaTeX is supposed to take as a title, but it will not type it. For that, what it will do is, you will have to tell it to make this title. Okay. Till now we just have told that this is the title. So you type make title. In this autocomplete option is, again and again giving us options so that you don't have to type a lot of things. So make title. Okay, now let us compile and see what happens. Demonstration. So you see this, that already LaTeX has chosen its own font size. It has already centered. You don't have to do anything else. Now let us just quickly do 2-3 things. You notice that there is a date there. Okay. Now actually, suppose you don't want this date. Now by default, it has its own formatting. So what you do, just type date. Okay. And leave it empty like this, empty braces. Now what will it give you? Let us just recompile. So now you have a simple title. Suppose you want to make a question bank or something like that. You just have a demonstration title and then you start making your document. So till now, anyone has any doubt, anything? Because you want to practice 1 or 2 minutes to practice. Let us take just 1 or 2 minutes. You can ask any questions if you have. Yes. Okay. Now let me add just one thing and then we'll proceed. Now, who has made this document? Author. So let us forget the square brackets for the moment and let us go to this author. So let me write it. My name. And then let us recompile it. So what do you get? Sorry, maybe there is some mistake. Yeah. So that square bracket was creating problem. Anyway, so demonstration, this is the author. Okay. So I think this is the basic introduction to how to make different things. Now I just want to point out at this point itself, instead of going further, that note a few things. What I have done, I have said here document class, and I have let us discuss the square bracket afterwards. And I have written something called article. Okay. Now there are a few document class in LaTeX. One is article, which is mostly intended to make your documents like maybe a paper, a review, or whatever normal document. Then there is an article class called, a document class called report. There is a class called book. There is a class called slides. Many document classes are there. So what is the basic difference? So let me just point out one difference and then we'll move forward because we'll not spend too much time here. Let us replace this article by report. Okay, and let us recompile this. Note this. This. Now let us recompile it. Now, do you see what is the difference when I change it from article to report? The title page has been generated, which is separate from the document. In report, in article, what was there? The title was generated on the same page and this text was pushed downwards. Now the text is starting from a new page. So basically what LaTeX has been told is that suppose there is a book or a report, you are supposed to make a title page separate. So that is the basic idea. So like this, there are certain subtle differences in different article classes. So let us go in this article. Now, what you are supposed to write in this square brackets. So in this square brackets, many options can be given, but at least the two very common options is what should be the paper size, A4 paper and all those things. So if you want to specify something else, it is okay. If by default you have an older version, maybe it will take by default some different size. So maybe it is safe to say A4 and by default it takes 10 font. So let us give it font size 12 point. I think you should write A4 paper, but let us just try. Okay, so 12 point font size. So it has taken this particular size. So let us, 12 point you are supposed to do PT. Right now this font size is increased. So by default LaTeX takes 10 points font size for article. So you have increased it. Hi, this is my first LaTeX document. Let me. So just 1 minute. So you can play with this in many ways. So let us again keep it at its default values. Let us recompile it. Now, so you can define a standard font size for your document, but of course you can make slight changes. You are not supposed to make too many changes, but you can make slight changes. So what are these changes? So let us keep this here. Hi, this is my first LaTeX document. Then I will explain why I have typed this. Let me just type slash, let me make a curly brace here like this, slash large. And then let us paste it, the same thing. So let us see, let us compile this. So what difference do you notice? You can see that the text size has increased. Now the standard text is 10 point, it has increased a little bit. Now what we will do is let us make this L capital, or rather what I will do is I will keep it, let us copy the same sentence. And then make this capital L. Let us recompile this. Now you see the text size is slowly increasing. Let us further, suppose you have to increase. What I will do is I will use all caps lock. See, it is still increasing. So in this manner, there are another two stages, huge. So you can write huge and you can write huge with a capital H. So it will again keep on increasing. Let us, on the other hand, see the exactly opposite side. Let us see, we want to reduce the text size. So instead of large, what is the opposite of large? Certainly small. So let me write it here. Let me say this. Let me recompile. What do we see here? Let us see. You see the first line. It is smaller than the second line. Second was the standard text. You can even reduce this even more. Small. Now there are intermediate commands, footnote size, script size. I will directly go to the tiny command. Let us see what it is giving us. You see this extremely tiny text. Of course, you can read it if you print a large copy, because this is a smaller thing, you're not able to read it. So this is where you can alter a few nature of this text and so on. So any doubt, anything regarding this? I hope you're doing it side by side. Anyone? You can unmute yourself. You can ask questions. You can ask in chat box, etc. As we are doing this text, let me just give a few more things. Okay, let us forget this tiny. Now there are a few more methods to alter text. Okay, so there are something called font shape, something called font series, something called font family. So one or two examples I will give. We will not go into details. So what are the different font shapes? Upright font. So what you see right now is the upright font. Let us delete this so that it does not confuse us. So this is my first LaTeX document. Let me keep this as it is. Okay, let me use this backslash. We'll come to this later. And let us see what I do now. Slash text IT. Okay, let us recompile this. What do we get? Yes, let me just increase this size so that you know I'm able to read it properly. Yeah. So do you see the difference now? Hi, this is my first LaTeX document. It is a italic text. Now there is a subtle difference. You copy this, make another line here. Instead of text IT, what I will do is text SL. Let us see if it compiles here. Okay, now can you see the difference between the line number 2 and line number 3? So this text SL is called slanted text. It is slightly different from this italic text. Okay. Now there is against text, small cap, etc. So you can maybe Google it. Let us not go into details. So this is called font shapes. Font shapes. Now there is something called font family. Okay, so let us see what is this font family. Let me do it here. Slash text. So when you say RM, it is Roman, which is the usual text which you are using. So instead of Roman, what I will do is I will say SF, sans serif. Okay, and now let me put it in curly braces. Let me copy it. Okay, sorry, extra curly braces were there. Now let us compile this. Okay, so what do we get here? You can clearly see the difference between it is not italics, it is upright, but this is clearly a different text than this our original first text. Okay, so this is your sans serif text. So this is called font family. Okay, now there is called font series. Okay, so let me write it here. Font family. Okay, then this is your font shape and then font series. So I will copy the same text. Okay. Now what I will do is instead of text IT, I will say text BF. Okay. Let us recompile this. What do we get? Yeah. So can you read this in below font series. Hi, this is my first LaTeX document. This is bold faced. So now you have series, which is bold faced. There is another text, which is medium / MD, text MD. So these are the some ways which you can alter your documents. Now notice I have given this double slash here. So this double slash means that you are going to the next line. Okay. So let me give you an example. Suppose I remove this double slash and let me recompile this. What do I get? Font series and hi, this is my first document. So if you see this font series, hi, this is my first document. So it comes in the same line. Okay. So this double slash actually means that you're telling LaTeX to go to the next line. So I think we have covered a bit about this. Let us now go to our today's topic. Before that, let us say that I am writing here something like this. Hi, this is my first LaTeX document. I am learning to make reports and articles in LaTeX. Okay. Let me recompile this. What do you get? Yeah. Now what I will do is I will go to the next line. This learning is made easy by using Overleaf. Okay. So let me recompile this. Now notice, as we have seen, that this continues. Even though I am pressing enter and going to the next line, it is continuing in the same paragraph. If I have to make a new line, we have discussed that you have to give a double slash, backslash, double slash. Now let me give a one line gap here. Okay. And let us say recompile. Now this starts a new para. Okay. So what have we learned? Backslash, double backslash starts a new line and one line gap starts a new paragraph. I think this much is sufficient. Anyone has any doubt? Any particular question that anyone has? You're free to ask. Yes. I'm sure you have, or at least you're trying it. So what I will do is maybe you are not communicating. So I will wait 1 minute. Try to type it on your own and then we'll proceed. Okay. To today's topic.
Participant, you can type in chat box whatever questions you want to ask.
So I will wait 1 minute. Maybe they are not communicating. I'll just wait 1 minute and then we'll proceed. Okay, so probably you're doing it. Before we go to our tables and figures and maths, just let me discuss one more thing. Now, when you write a research paper, there are a lot of parts to a paper. You have your text body, you have your references, then you will have your abstract. So there is a way to tell LaTeX all this, and maybe it will be covered in the report writing part. So I will not go into that, but just to mention, you can, so suppose you want to say that this is my introduction. Okay. So let us write something about me. Hi, I'm not very careful right now about punctuation. Hi, I am. Okay. So what I will do is, let me say /section. Okay. And let me write here introduction. Okay. Let us compile. What do we get? See, introduction. So section 1, introduction. Now maybe this introduction is there, but you don't want to number that section. So you just put a star here. Okay, and recompile it. So you get introduction, it is not numbered. Okay, so this is where you can make sections, introduction, then maybe you can name some other thing, section, what can you say, discussion. Okay. So now notice that discussion is your number one. If you remove this star from here, you get discussion as number two. So accordingly, it will name your sections. Okay. Then there is, maybe I will not cover, it will be repetition. Just one more thing. So a research paper has something called abstract. Okay. So abstract is, so this is abstract about my learning experience. Okay. So this will generate a new section called abstract, and then you can write it. So basically LaTeX has all these different parts which is made into it. So I think this is about text and all those things. Just revision about yesterday. I think report writing, Musrif sir will be covering other things. So is this okay? Shall we move to our next part? Yeah. I think just anyone has any particular thing to say or share? Are they doing it? You are not getting it. Is there any problem? If you make a mistake in the spelling of section and all those things, you will get an error. So let us say I make this error here and try to recompile this. First, it will show that everything is in red. So it means it already has an error. And when you start compiling, it will give this error here. You LaTeX error environment abstract undefined. So you know that you have made a spelling mistake, and then you can recompile it. So I think these things are intuitive. Let us now go into our, so let us keep this text as it is, because it is better to have some text for reference. As I said, you don't need to, you can type here and it will be one single paragraph. Okay, so now let us go to how to make tables. I think though maybe you're not all from science background, you have different backgrounds. Some of them it could be from science, arts, commerce, etc. But we all make tables every day. I'm sure you make word reports and all those things. So let us see how to make a table in LaTeX. So let me give a simple example. Suppose you, so let me just remind you that this is a document writing software. Whenever I say table, suddenly you might think of Excel and making calculations and all this. So this is not for that. This is just a display, making document. If you have results, you have to display those results. So let me just go to Word and let us say there is a simple table. Okay. And let us say there is a name of a person and there is marks of a person. Okay. And let us say the name is Ram, and then you have marks 12, and you add another line. It is Sita, and then you have maybe say 15 marks. Okay. So you have to make this simple table. If you are careful, then maybe you want to make it bold and all different things. So how to make such a table in your LaTeX? Again, let me repeat. Yes, questions from. Okay. Someone is, what do we do when we don't want to give para from first line? So there is an option called slash flush left. Slash first left. So first thing is that LaTeX has its own way of doing documents. You cannot say that but of course you have to do certain things. So there is an option called /flush left, /flush right. So these options you can use and make a para which does not start from the, which does not leave a gap. It starts from the, then do you have any document for all these commands as a guide? There is no single document in the world that you will have all these commands. But if you go to Overleaf, you will see certain options. So let us say, let me just give you an example. Tables in LaTeX. Let me just tell the Google to search on Overleaf. Okay. So you see tables, Overleaf. So now it has the whole thing on tables. Introduction, creating a symbol table, tables with fixed weight, combining rows, multi-page. So if you have a doubt, you can go this way. There is a documentation which is maintained on LaTeX project also. LaTeX project. LaTeX.project.org. So it maintains all documentation about its software, help, LaTeX 3, about. So all these things, help, etc. Everything will be available on this particular page. Okay. In addition to that, there are certain good books also. A very simple book which I have used. Maybe I don't have. Maybe I will mail, or you can just find on Google. LaTeX by, there are many books, by the way, hundreds of books. I am just giving one simple book. David F. Griffiths. There is a David J. Griffiths, which is, see this, LaTeX by David J. Griffiths. So you can get an online version also. It is a simple book. It is very nice. Google Books pe free bhi hoga. Maybe I don't know. So then there is a LaTeX by Leslie Lamport, etc. So there will be some books here also. I am not now many years I have not seen this website, but anyway. So these are the different documentations. Any other question? Questions from you? Okay. Okay, sure. Okay, okay. I am not able to, is anyone saying anything? Okay. So these are the various questions. I think the questions were from someone else and you were putting the questions. I understand. Yes, yes, I am coming to that. Kumar sir, just today's topic was that revision took a little time. So let us keep it here. Now let us go to how to make a table. So today we'll try to cover tables, figures, and equations. So as I have told you that there is such and such table that you want to create. So how to create this table? Okay. So let me type here /begin. And remember this word, not table, but tabular, the second option. Okay. Begin tabular. Okay. Now I will now see this Overleaf has already given me some content. Let me erase this content and do it simultaneously. So let us say what we want to type, name and marks. So we want to make two columns. First column is name and the second column is marks. So let me type here name and, okay. Now if you use and here, you cannot, okay, let me discuss it afterward, and marks. Okay, so this is our, now in the next line I want to type what is the name and what is the mark. So I am giving double slash because I have to go to the next line. And then the first name is Ram. I am maintaining the alignment. So and marks, how much were the marks? 12 and 15. So this is marks number 12. Okay, let me go to the next. Sita and marks are 15. Okay, so let me recompile and I hope it gives a error, or is it compiling? Now see here, it has given name, Mars, Ram 12, Sita 15, etc. Okay, because you have not told this table how many columns you want. So let me write here LL. Let us discuss this afterwards. What is this LL? Let us again recompile here. Now are you getting it? Name, marks, Ram 12, Sita 15. Okay. So what have we done here? Now let us replace this LL. Let me just create some space. Sorry. Yeah. I forget. Let us. Okay. Anyway, let us keep it as it is. Recompile. What happened? Did I? Oh, sorry. I erased it. No. Instead of, so let me type here LL. Okay. So I get this name, marks, Ram 12, Sita 15. Now let us, instead of LL, let us type RR. Now, do you see any difference? Try to see if you are able to see any difference. You see the way the fonts have gone to the right, marks, the alignment has changed. So it means this is an option to give alignment for your particular column. Either you start from the left or you start from the right, or you say CC, you start from the center. You align at the center. So you see the difference? Yes. Okay. So I think these multiple option questions and all those things, this will be covered in the report writing. Okay. So today, let me cover these tables, figures, equations, and maybe tomorrow we will cover this. Okay. So don't worry, it will be covered everything. So I was just revising that particular thing. Okay. Now let us come back to our table. Now see this. So I have made this. So it means that from here you can change your alignment. You can put a combination L and R. So your marks are aligning to the right, your name is aligning to the left. You see these tables, name, Ram, Sita, marks, 12, 15. Now you see that this table is not very good looking because normally if there is a table, you require lines somewhere. Okay. So let me put some lines here. How to put a line? So let me start from here. Let me make a line here, slash H line. Okay, so there is a line which is created above the name and the marks. So I will create another line, slash H line. Let me again recompile it. Second line is there. Then again, slash H line. Again, you have a line. And then again in the end, slash H line. With this particular thing. So you want to make sure you want to make a, sorry, I had not made a next line here. So therefore I got an error. So this is the way you put lines. Now you will ask how to put vertical lines. So you have written a LR here. Just put a vertical line here. The key below the backspace. I have put vertical lines and then recompile. So here I have made a very, very simple table. So everyone understands this particular table? Any particular questions? I think we have. Now, can you add something to this? Let us say you have marks. You can add columns. So suppose you want to add a column. You add here, let us say again R. Let us put again this particular line. Let us, and let us say, sorry, I should have instead of making a column here, let me make a column here. Let me put a vertical line. Let us say L, and let us say roll number, and let us say roll number 01, and let us say roll number 02, and let us compile this again. Okay, so is this okay, everyone? Now let me just give one or two tips or something like this. Let us say I write here Ram Prasad. Okay, and let me just recompile here. Now see, the width of the columns are auto adjusted according to your font. Now, there are ways to adjust it if you want, but let us not go into all those technical details. At least the introduction, you can find all those things afterwards. But the width of the font, just wait a minute. I'm seeing all this chat information here. I don't know how to remove it. It's obstructing the view. How to remove this? I don't want this here.
Sir, you want to close the chat box? Are you? Yes. Is it audible, sir?
Actually, not chat box. I'm getting the list of participants. Maybe I click participants.
Okay, sir.
No, that is also not here. I'm getting this on the right hand side because I'm not able to remove it. Anyway.
Sir, near to participant one arrow is there above the search. You click that, it will be going.
Here, this arrow.
Below arrow, one notation is there. Above search or participant. There one lower arrow is there.
Above search, these participants, no? This one.
I didn't able to see your chat box, sir.
No, not chat box, my screen. Just a minute. I will just try this one.
Sir, this one you click in the middle, that line after chat, one bar line is there. You click that, it will be closing. No, you come to right.
This one.
No, sir, right.
This right?
Below, you come below. Below. Here one vertical line is there. Below, sir. No,
here.
sir. Come slowly down from there.
Okay.
Above, you come up. Sir. Bring the arrow above, sir.
Just 1 minute. Yes.
So Bill Sandeep, Bill Sandeep Dilip, no? The name.
Here.
One vertical arrow is there. Please click that and check.
Just a minute.
You see the list of the name, no? Manju, Bill Sandeep Dilip, right side.
I see my name, Mithili Gauri Shankar, Varsha.
Okay,
Sanjay
no,
Mahajan.
sir. Before that, one line is there, no?
Which line I am not able to?
Sir, you bring your cursor to chat.
Yes, chat.
I am unable to see whether you have accepted.
Yeah, I have brought my cursor to chat.
Now it is in Sandeep. आपका नाम है ना उधर bring it to right, sir. Straight right.
Straight right. Yes. More.
It
top
is,
of my screen.
No. Down.
Just a minute. Acha. Okay, okay, okay. I think only I am able to see that the screen is. So let me, what I will do is let me stop sharing and again start sharing.
Okay.
Stop share. Okay. Share screen. Okay. Okay. Anyway, there is something on the screen and it is okay. So we are talking about this table. Now everyone has tried this table. Let me just correct this. Everyone has tried this table, how different changes you do and all those things. If there is any doubt about this, okay. Now naturally we have made this table. Okay. Now this is basically somewhere else. We want a proper table. It has to have caption. It has to have a number. So how to do this? So you use the environment which is called table. So let us say begin. It is already given me table. Now you have to write it in between begin and end table. Okay. So this is begin table and this is end table. And somehow naturally this overleaf has given me how should I make a table, which I have already made. So centering, it is telling me that you have to center. Maybe I will delete this. Then begin tabular, end tabular. I already have my table. Then slash caption and slash table. So let me just copy my own table here in this particular environment. X. And let us say paste it here. Okay, so let us see what happens. I have made this table here. Now in front of the table, if you see begin table, in front there are two square brackets. Let us ignore these two square brackets for the moment. And let us go to caption. Okay, so caption is marks of my class. And let me put a label here. Okay. Now it is, everyone will tell you that it is a good idea that you should always, if it is a table, you should say tab, tab and all those things. And let us say table number 1, or let us say table of marks. Okay. Now let us compile this. Okay. Now what have you got here? You have got a table. You have got table 1. It has given a number to the table and marks of my class. That is the caption. Okay. Now label thing we'll consider afterwards. Now, of course, you see this table is to the left hand side. So earlier, which I had deleted, the centering. Sorry, centering. Now let us recompile this and let us see the table. So is this okay? Now, of course, suppose you want this caption to the top. So what you do is you take this line, copy it from here and put it in the beginning. You see the heading is given on the top, table marks of my class. So it depends how you want to arrange it. Now, this brings me to, okay, still not. Now, after caption, you see this thing which is called label. Okay. Now, what is this label? This label tells you, gives a particular name to this table for LaTeX. So for example, this is my first LaTeX document. This is learning using Overleaf. I have added a table of marks of my students. The marks are shown in. Now be careful how we type it. Table number. Suppose I want brackets for my table number. Okay, so whatever I want, I have typed it in the text, and then I say slash reference. Okay, I use curly brackets here. Let me go to the next line now. Slash table number slash reference. And what is my table? Tab. So it is already telling me slash reference autocomplete. It knows that there is a table here. LaTeX knows. Full stop. So let us recompile this. So it has given the table here. You see this here. And now go and look in the text. What do you see? The marks are shown in table number 1. Okay. So it means in LaTeX, like Word, you don't have to remember the number of a table. What you do is you have written some tables and you can directly reference that table in anywhere in your text. Okay. You don't have to remember the number. Now let us come to this square bracket. Now if you notice, the table is something which is called a floating environment. Let me write it here. /%. Table is a floating environment. So it adjusts itself wherever it finds space. Suppose you don't want the table at the bottom or something like this. You say H. Okay, so let us see what it does. So now do you see a difference? What is the difference? So what is the difference now? Okay, someone asked the question, can you give name to the table? So you can directly write in the text and then below that you can write a table. There is no special this thing. There are certain packages, extra packages, which will have a lot of features. But without using in any package, a simple tabular environment, right now we do not have any heading or something that we can give. Okay. So now do you see the difference? What this H has made? I am telling LaTeX that I want table here. So wherever I am typing a table, immediately after this line, the marks are shown in table number reference. So therefore the table now has shifted to wherever I want it is. Okay. Now if I want at the top of the page, let us see T. So now it has gone to the top of the page, but it has gone to the next page. So these are some adjustments or something which you should do. Now, why has it gone to the next page? Can anyone point out? Because here top of the page is actually a title. So you cannot have table at the top of the page. So that is certain this thing. Okay. You can place it at the bottom. It will go to wherever it was earlier because initially it had placed itself in the bottom only. There are certain other ways or something like this which you can do. Okay. Now there is another thing. Suppose I had told you that I want it at the top. So LaTeX says, okay, this is a title page. You cannot have it at the top. Okay. And it goes and puts the table at the top on the next page. But you are very adamant. You say, no, I want it at any cost at the top of the page. So you say exclamation mark. So this has to prioritize. Then you recompile this. Now, how did it become zoom? Okay, anyway, somehow it is zoom. Now, here, even though there is a title page, it has gone to the top of the page. So these are some ways that you can manipulate your table. So till now, anyone has any question? Let me just. Okay, just no question. Okay. Now, there is one more addition which you can do. So let us come back to our Word file. Let us say that we have these marks. Okay. And there are, two more subjects are there. So let us say that, let me add a line here. Insert a line. Marks. So split cells. Okay. Let us say science. And let us say some other subject, history. Okay. So two subjects are there. And normally I do something like this. Merge cells. Okay, and then alignment and all those things. So if I align it something like this, it becomes something like this. So name, you have this name, then you have this marks, science, history, two different subjects. Again, you will have to split the cells because each will have a split cells. Okay, so 12 marks, 15 marks in science, and 13 marks, 14 marks maybe in history, something like this. Now you want to make a table which is something like this. So it has name, under name you have this, and under marks you have part of the table which is merged like this, and part of the table which is two different columns. So how to make this? So this is done using something which is called multi-column. Okay. Okay. So maybe some organizers need to see this. Can someone send registration link for this FDP? Okay. So we'll continue with our this thing. Now, how to do that? So that is done using something which is called a multi-column. Now, how to do this multi-column? Let us say this. So instead of roll number, now let me forget about this roll number right now. Okay. Now I want to add two different subjects. Let me already add these marks first. Ram has 12 marks. Sita has 15 marks. Now the other, let me add these columns. Then I will add our required command. So I think it was 13 and 14. So hope you remember this 13 and 14. Stable was in the bottom. Now let us see how to add this. Now see what I am doing this carefully. Okay. Marks. I will remove these marks. Remember this. I am removing these marks. I am writing subject science and history. Okay. And now I will start from a different line, something like this. I will type and, okay. So you are forgetting the first column here. Okay. And slash multi-column. Okay. Now here multi-column. So remember there are three columns. I will go to the Word file. There are three total columns. Name ka column hai science and history. The marks is spanning the last two columns. Okay. So what we are doing here, multi-column. Now immediately it has given an autocomplete and it has given three arguments. There are three braces. It means there are three arguments. Multi-column 2. Then I am giving here C. Now we'll see this. Now I think you know what the LRC means. I'm giving C means I want my text centered. And then I am writing here marks. So what I want to write in the multi-column, that I'm writing here. Then I'm writing here next line naturally. And now notice what I'm doing here, slash C line. Sorry. This is 2 to 3. Okay. Now you see this, what has happened? It has made this name Ram, Sita, marks, science, history, 12, 15, 13, 14. Now this end of your, this thing is empty. So you want to put a line after C and then you will complete your table. Okay. So I think I have covered basic tables. You can go into details. Everyone. So anyone has any doubt in this basic tables? Anyone? Anyone has any doubt regarding tables? This is standard you will find it anywhere. Huh? I mean, you can find it online. Lot of references are there. I have just discussed a standard thing. So what we will do is just we'll take again 1 minute. We'll stop. Try to read this. Do it on your own. I have not included any PowerPoints, and I don't want to give any information. You just have to learn all these things by actually doing it. Okay. So this is the way you can make table. So I will wait 1 minute. You can try it on your own. If you are not getting any results, maybe you are making some mistake, then we'll go to the next part. So in the meantime, you can type anything in the chat box if you have any question.
Excuse me, sir. One small instruction to participants. Should I? Yes, participant, your daily attendance will be noted. The link will be available in WhatsApp and Telegram group. Last day, the feedback form will be available and one assignment will be given to you.
Yes, madam, you were saying something.
Yes, I have informed about the attendance and feedback.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Now what we'll do is maybe I will erase this. We will go to figures. Normally in report writing, figures and all those things are involved. So is it okay? Can I delete this? Because I don't want to keep on making new files. Okay. So I hope is it okay if I delete this? Yes. So let me just. Yes, this Overleaf is open source up to a certain memory, but that space is more than sufficient for academic use. I don't know the exact value, maybe 1 GB, 2 GB, 3 GB, something like this space is there. And further, if you want to buy another space, then you can buy it additional space. But for most of our academic purposes, someone is doing some papers, thesis and all this, more than sufficient. Because what are you using? You are using text files and you are using PDF files. If you are using images, maybe it will consume some space. You make PDF files, one page is hardly a few KB, 5 KB, 6 KB, something like this. So I think it is more than sufficient. And by the way, I just remembered that LaTeX is basically intended for making documents. You want to make logos, colorful text and all those things. Colors are also there in LaTeX. It is not that you cannot make color documents, but basically documents, not some logos or artistic thing. So for that, LaTeX is not there. Okay. So let me now go to figures. Okay. Now I have, so anyone if has any doubts regarding these figures. So what I have done is you go to this upload. Okay. You can download a figure. Let us say, what do you want to download? Raigad. Okay. Images. Okay. So I go to this image and save image. Raigad Fort. Okay. And I'm saving it in downloads, and then you can upload this. So upload it. Select from your computer or directly drag here. So you click this Raigad, open it, and this image will be uploaded. So you see three images here. Two of them I have already uploaded earlier. Okay. Now we are going to, okay. So just one comment. So here I had written this, commented this use package. So this Overleaf has its standard formatting, and it uses this particular input encoding of UTF-8. Most of the new packages already use UTF-8. You don't need to specify it. So even if you don't specify, it will take it. But just for this, on the safe side, they have given it use package. So now for figures, you require to use a particular package, and that package is called graphics. Now there are two graphics packages. We will discuss one. The other is a little elementary. Maybe it has a little less features. So let us now naturally in the preamble, the only thing is use package. The only many times people use. So this use package, I will click here, and then I will write here graphics. So there are two graphics packages, one with a S, one with a X. So right now we are using this graphics X package. Okay. So use package graphics. Now how to include your images? Now for that there is this particular command slash include graphics. I am typing IN, immediately it is given it include graphics. Forget about the square brackets. Square brackets in LaTeX are always for options. Okay. Now let us go to include graphics, and let us say I want to incorporate this nature image or this Taj image. Okay. So let me type here TAJ, the name of my file. Now you can type .jpg or you can omit .jpg. It does not matter. In some cases there might be a problem, but otherwise it does not matter. Let me remove this chat box. Yes. Now let us recompile this and let us see what we are getting first. Okay. Now this table number, it is giving question mark because now reference tab marks is not able to cross reference anywhere. So let us keep it as it is. So include graphics I have done, and what I do get is I have this image of this particular, which is included there. Now, of course, it is crude. Right now, we are not able to place it anywhere, but let us play with this image. Let us use this square brackets a little bit. Let me use a command scale equal to 1. Okay. Let me recompile. Do you see a change? No, there is no change because scale equal to 1 means you are not scaling that image. You are keeping the image as it is. Now let me do here 0.5. Okay. Now here I do again recompile. What do I get? My image has reduced in size. So it means if I have to scale my image to a smaller or larger value, I have to use this option scale 0.5. Now scale option can be used in a different ways also. You can use, text in terms of text width, and that we'll see that afterwards. But scale is a basic command which you use, scale 0.5. So let me make it a little larger, 0.8. Okay, because it is quite small. Okay, now again, like the table problem, this figure is here. Let me again make it 1. This figure is here. It is in between somewhere. You are not able to place it. You are not able to write captions and all those things. So for that, there is this environment which is called figure environment. Okay. Okay. By the way, I will just wait 1 minute. You can download your own image and you can try this command first. Then we'll go to the next part. Till then, I can show you this also. Maybe if you don't write JPG, then also some cases it compiles, some cases it does not. So here it is not showing any error. But for the safe side, let us just do it. Okay. So I think I'll wait 1 minute. You participants can download their own image and then try this command first. Then we'll go to the next part. So have you tried this command? Is it working? Any response? Is it working, not working? Anyone has any particular? So I encourage you to, try it actually, because unless you try it, you will not be able to find errors. Because many times it is a miracle that, I am typing everything and there are no errors, because of course I'm doing simple things, but spelling mistakes are a big problem. You make a spelling and then there is a problem. Okay, so have you tried this? Do you require time to download image? Should I wait 1 minute? You can respond. So are there any errors that you are getting? Anyone? No errors? Okay. So just a minute. So many times if there is a spelling mistake in the image name, or if there is, instead of graphics, you use graphic and something like that. So anyone is trying it and there is a problem? You can try other image also. Like I said. See, this is a bigger image. So now you will have to scale it. 0.3 I will use. Even then it is quite big. So maybe again I will reduce to 0.2. Now it has come to. So this scaling can be used. So I don't know if anyone is trying it, but let me just go to the next part. So as I said that this is just a command to put a picture, but how to put a image, how to use it, how to properly caption it. Like the table, the difference between tabular and table, same is the difference between include graphics and the begin figure environment. So let us use the figure environment. Begin figure. Okay. Now if there is begin figure, end figure, naturally it is already giving me what should be there. The figure should be centered, so it is using centering. The include graphics is there, / caption, that my figure should have caption, and then my figure label. So now I will just copy this command here so that I don't have to. And then I will erase this text. Okay, now let's compile it. What do we get? Okay, it has gone to the next page. Again, this is the problem, formatting. Then again, the same thing you can use here. Where should be my figure? Top of the page, bottom of the page, those things like table, we can do that. Now it has come to the again bottom of the, but still it has gone to the next page. You can override different things. See, now it has gone, remains in the same page. So it is all because of the size, different things. So all these things are there. So I will use a smaller image and I will use it with scale 1. Okay. Now, of course, I can give a caption. This, or rather, Taj Mahal. My caption. And then reference. What is the figure? Figure Taj. What should be my reference now? It will already promote me. Figure. Okay. It is already giving me. Okay. Now go to the text and see what you see here. The marks are shown in table number 1. So naturally this text we are supposed to write. So figure number 1. So this is how you include figures in your document. So is there any doubt regarding this? Anyone is not getting? Because sometimes you get an error. Okay. Now what we will do is, suppose you have two different figures and you have to put these two figures side by side. Then what to do it? So you use something called figure and subfigure. So what is this figure and subfigure? Let us try this. So let me forget everything which is here. Let us say slash begin figure. Now pay attention. Now let me figure. Okay. Now everything is there. Okay. Now I'll keep the caption as it is. Now I will not use this. I will use this centering, but instead of this include graphics, I will do something like this. Keep it centering like this. Let me keep it aligned so that I don't get confused. Now let me use here slash sub figure. Sorry, I'm sorry. Begin sub figure. Begin sub figure, end sub figure. And I will again use it slash because I have two figures. Begin sub figure and end sub figure. Okay. Now I am ready to use two different figures. Okay. Now I will add this caption and label so that we don't get confused. I will take this. No, first we'll create a proper environment. Okay. Slash caption. So I'm going to use the first figure as Taj. So let me name it. And let me use figure Taj. And then let me use a second figure. I'm going to use this second figure as nature. So let me create it here. Slash caption. Let us say it is a good practice to keep the alignment separate, so that you don't get confused. Nature. And then let me label it nature. Okay. And let me write a caption here. My images. And then we'll write here image. Okay. So I have created a skeleton here. Now you have to put whatever you want to put. Pay attention what we have done. Begin figure. I have kept the alignment carefully. Then end figure. Okay. So I am going to use two different figures. Then I'm going to center whatever I'm doing. Then begin subfigure, end subfigure, begin another subfigure, and the second subfigure. Each subfigure has a caption, has a label, and then finally the set of images will also have a caption and label. Now let us use it. Now let us put our figure actually. Include graphics. Okay. Now let me put here Taj. It forcibly wants to put JPG. Then let me use include graphics. And then let me use here nature. Now this figure is going to give us some errors. Okay. Let us just see whether it compiles or not, because we have not done certain things. Certain errors are there. See, it is okay. Somewhere I use the original. Let me delete this. Okay. So it is not able to take this figure 1. It is taking figure 2, and then suddenly it is giving some errors also. See here errors. Environment subfigure undefined. Environment input on line begin figure is ended by subfigure. So basically this subfigure thing it is not understanding. Okay. So what is the solution to this? In addition to use package graphics, whenever you are going to use subfigure, you use this package, use package caption, and second use package sub caption. So these two packages are important to place the figures side by side. You can do this side by side business for tables also. I am just showing it for figures. Okay. Let us recompile. Still it will show some errors, I'm sure, because there are certain things which are not used. Now see here, everything is mixed. There is this, no images are there, everything. So what is the problem? So here we are supposed to use the scaling information in a different manner. So what is the scaling information? So you remove these square brackets. Okay. Then in the beginning of the figure, you add another brace and you say slash text width. Okay. Sorry, the word is text width. Now you try to recompile. Again, it is showing the same problem. Now you again add this slash text width slash text width and try to recompile. Sorry, I forgot the slash. Now here it is showing our images. Okay. So what does it tell you? That whenever you are using this subfigure, instead of using the scaling information in the square brackets of the include graphics command, you're using the scaling information in this curly braces in front of the subfigure environment. Okay. So here, when you do this text width, you can remove it from here also. It is not required. Maybe you can do this % like this. Recompile it. See, there is no problem. It has been done properly. Now here, let us say 0.3. And here also I will do 0.3. Recompile. Now you see, okay, let me again recompile. Now you see, these images have now come in one line. Correct? Are you doing it simultaneously? Now see this properly. Okay. The whole complete figure has a different caption, sorry. Figure 1, my images, which is there at the bottom, / caption, my images, label figure image. So this is figure 1. And then the sub figures have been labeled with a different sub captions. Caption Taj Mahal, caption nature, and they have been numbered accordingly. Of course, there is some more thing which is remaining. So what I will do is, in between these two sub figures, I will say /h fill. So the figures should be adjusted such that there should be space in between and they fit in one particular page width. So that is /h fill. So now you have properly aligned your images. So I think then various packages and figures and all these things could be used. In fact, you can put your images in tables also. Okay, you can just make a table and instead of text, you can put a image. So that is also a way to put images. For tables also, there are a lot of different things which people use, because normally simple tables, if a table goes from one page to the other, then additional, packages or something like that you have to use. So these different things are there. So I think we have covered sufficient material for today. I was planning to take equations, but because of the revision, I think I could not complete it. So anyone has any doubt regarding this? So today we have just seen basic of LaTeX, just revision, and then how to put tables and how to put figures. So any particular, anyone not getting these results? Anyone not getting these results? Yes, anyone? I think we have finished, so you can ask any questions if you have.
Yes, participant, any questions
Any
or
particular,
queries? You can.
actually, you are supposed to do it and then see if you have a problem. So
Yes.
you can maybe wait, I can wait 2-3 minutes and then you can ask if you have any question.
This is 6-day session also. Sir will be available in another session. You can practice the same thing using
I planned,
yeah.
It was actually 2 sessions on report writing.
Okay.
So one session certainly Musrif sir will cover. One session, what I will do is I will cover report writing, remaining things, extra things, and one these equations, because
Yes, sir.
I'm planning to do that actually.
Yes, sir. Any doubt you can ask after practicing, seeing the YouTube link already provided
If
in the
anyone
group.
has already practiced, anyone?
You can communicate with sir now. Please participate.
You can unmute also, because now
Yes,
we have
sir.
finished the session. Whatever I can answer, I can answer, because I also do not know all the features. I use whatever features I use.
This was our pleasure, sir. You have tried Overleaf also, as you are having practice in downloaded.
Actually,
Apply.
but this is, yes. Normally I use Linux. In Linux, there is this tech package is there, Tech Live.
Okay,
And
sir.
editors, different editors are there.
Okay, sir.
Tech Studio, Tech Maker, Tequila. Then I think Kite. There is I think Kite or
Okay, sir.
Kyle, sorry, not Kite,
Right.
Kyle.
Okay, sir.
Kyle is there. So a lot of editors are there. In Windows
Mm.
also these editors are available. And this editor means you don't need to use command line. You can
Okay, sir.
type it and all this, it will have all the buttons. You can press the buttons and you can compile and all those things.
Okay. Yes, sir.
So,
From YouTube, uh, when will actually YouTube participant asked one question? When
yes.
we will have session containing equations, but the
Actually,
scheduled was already given.
the schedule was
Yes.
actually today was tables, figures, equations, I think. But
Yes.
these tables and figures have taken a lot of time. So
Yes, sir.
I will cover the equations maybe day after tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
And many appreciation has came in YouTube.
Okay,
Everyone
thank
is
you.
trying and it was very helpful. Nice
Okay.
presentation and nice session. And many of them are trying and giving good feedback,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. Thank you very much. I am also happy to hear it. But and you can ask if you have any doubt, you can later communicate. And in fact, you can communicate to us online. All the material is available. This Overleaf thing I just now I have seen. Just but many times you are should you put your material research work online? So those questions are there. So therefore, I keep everything in my computer. But otherwise, this Overleaf is really nice.
Sir, are you able to give us idea what is the difference between Overleaf and working in?
So in
Load?
Overleaf, I guess you don't need to install packages. So suppose I am using use package caption subcaption, and maybe I have not installed that package in my software. Then I will have to go to that editor and then say that okay, this particular package, please install it. So probably Overleaf, that problem is not there. Everything is ready-made online. So that is one advantage I think of Overleaf. And of course, you don't have to suppose someone is working in Windows and Linux, like I work in Linux and Windows, and then you have to shift your data from one system to other. But here everything is online, so you can access it anywhere. Because like Word, Office, PowerPoint are available on Android also, right?
Yes, sir.
But there is no Android for LaTeX.
Sir, it is having
No
sir.
effective.
Effective will not be there.
Hey, but it
Yes,
is not
sir.
very effective, very
Yes,
elementary.
yes, sir.
But this
Yes.
Overleaf, you can access from anywhere. You don't need your system software is not required.
Yes, sir.
That is the thing.
Mm.
So I think no one has any particular.
Yes, sir. Everybody happy and given good
Okay.
appreciation, sir.
Thank you.
So we are looking forward for many sessions.
Okay, thank
4
you.
days
Then
are left.
okay. So are we supposed to stop now?
End the session, sir. Yes, sir. 2 minutes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, I am ending the session. I hope that today's teaching on latex inspires ideas and discussion around the ways that we can make our own latex images inserting and also tables. And we are very comfortable as today is the second day. Yesterday we have having introduction to latex. We are very blank about that. Today, after the basic introduction and also all the syntax making us familiar. So participants are requested to see our YouTube videos. It is available and you can practice. Any doubt you can ask the resource person. So I am ending today's day 2 session and also your attendance link will be available in WhatsApp and Telegram group. Thank you, participants.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So okay, thank you very much.
Participant can leave the meeting.